Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I figured I would come on here and show off some of my VHS collection. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I primarily collect Blu-rays and 4Ks, but I do have a small section of my room dedicated to just VHS tapes, and I tend to focus more on horror more than anything else, but I have a couple other ones in here. So yeah, let's get started. Without any further ado, let's start with this one. We got Fright Night from 1985. This is the Columbia Pictures release here. Pretty awesome. One of my favorite vampire movies of all time. And then we've got Cat's Eye, Stephen King anthology. Pretty good. I like this movie. It's not my favorite, but it's pretty good. Let's see. We got The Mummy Returns with our boy Brendan Fraser. I don't have the first one. I've been on the lookout for it, but Mummy Returns, not as good as the first one, but I still like it. Here's a good one. Session 9. This is a really good atmospheric early 2000s. I believe it was a TV movie, but this is a good one to watch on VHS because I feel like it really has that sort of grainy kind of filmic quality to it. Here is a George Romero movie that I have not seen, Monkey Shines. I got this in an eBay bundle, so I haven't seen it yet, but it's on my list for sure. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. This is not a good movie. I also got this in an eBay bundle. It's like a so bad it's good. You can have fun with it. I think the first one's vastly superior. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Found this at Goodwill. This is the only one of the Indiana Jones movies that I have on VHS, but I'm looking to get them all. One of the best franchises of all time. We got Night of the Living Dead. I'm sure there's a million different releases of this, since it was public domain and all, so like everyone was putting it out. But yeah, all-time great zombie movie. House on a Haunted Hill, the original, starring Vincent Price. I haven't seen this in a long time, but I remember liking it. Let's see. Got The Dark Crystal. This is a weird movie. The puppets and stuff used to freak me out when I was a kid. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't know if that would still be the case. Here's two. The Nightmare Room. This was an R.L. Stine, I guess it was a Nickelodeon thing, but sort of like a Goosebumps kind of offshoot. So maybe like the Night Gallery to the Twilight Zone sort of thing. So maybe like a companion piece. I haven't watched this, but it came in an eBay bundle, so cool to have. Got The Howling 2. I haven't seen this one yet either. But I found this in a thrift store and I had to grab it. I hear this one, some people like this better than the first one, so I need to check it out because I didn't love the first Howling as much as some of you guys do. Let's see, we got The Dark Side of the Moon. This also came, I got a big eBay bundle. This came in a big eBay bundle that I got about last year. I haven't seen this either. Looks like it's like a space horror movie, so that's cool. I like those. Got Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. This is my favorite of the whole Nightmare series. Some people don't like it, but I think it's one of the best. Freddy has never been scarier than he is in this one. We got arguably M. Night Shyamalan's best movie, Signs. This movie messed me up when I was a kid. The scene of the alien, like walking by, fucked me up. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. I really like this cover. It's one of the best looking covers that I have in my collection. But yeah, this is another one I like to watch on VHS because it has that very grainy, almost feels like it's something I shouldn't be watching kind of quality to it. This is a weird one. Cocoon: The Return. I guess this is a sequel to Cocoon. I haven't seen either of those movies. This is yet another one of the infamous eBay bundle that I got. So let me know if it's good, I guess. Let's see, we got the CBS Fox release of Carrie. This is one of the only ones that actually I have a little mold on this one. So I keep it in this protective case. I have a friend on Instagram who can clean this for me, but I have yet to send it out to them to do it. But yeah, Carrie. Here's two that go together. Brides of Dracula and Scars of Dracula. Some really good Hammer horror stuff. These are good movies. They hold up pretty well. Got that gothic feel to them. Everybody's favorite, The Thing. This is a great movie. I don't need to tell you that. You already know that. We all love The Thing. Let's see here. Christine. Another great John Carpenter movie. Gotta have John Carpenter on VHS. I mean, come on. Dead Poets Society. I don't have a ton of non-horror, but the stuff I do have is all very good stuff. I have this on Blu-ray as well, but this is a good one of my favorite Robin Williams films. Here's one of my favorites in my whole collection, Suspiria on VHS. I found this at a thrift store. Paid like 25 bucks for it, which I thought was a steal. So, had to have that. Okay. Got a bunch more to go, guys. Trauma, Dario Argento. I think this is a 90s Argento. So I haven't seen this one. I hear he kind of falls off in the 90s. But I do want to watch this eventually. Tower of Evil. This is a random one. I couldn't find a lot of like information on this movie. It's from the 70s. I watched it. It's not very good, but it had a cool cover, so I grabbed it. Chud 2. Bud the Chud. I haven't seen this. I've seen the first Chud, and I found it very forgettable. So I don't know if this is better. Let me know if it is in the comments. Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Bought this at a convention when I went to Monster Mania. It's the only one I have of the Friday the 13th collection, but if you're going to have one, it's good to have that one, I guess, right? Night of the Scarecrow. This is a weird 90s movie. This is actually a screener copy, so before the movie plays, there's like 30 minutes of like behind the scenes footage, which I thought was pretty cool. The movie itself is not great. But then we have The Shining. Another one that I think is fun to watch on VHS. That's probably how a lot of us first watched this movie, was on VHS, so gotta have The Shining. And we have Burnt Offerings. I have not seen this one either, but I hear it's good. I feel like I've said that a lot in this video, but I'm getting around to it. I got a lot of Blu-rays to watch. I don't always have time for VHS, but when I do, I try to watch the ones I like. Got Sleepwalkers, the subject of my first video on this channel. This is a great movie. I love this movie. It's very weird, underrated. There's a lot going on. Check out that other video. I'll try to link it in this video. You can check out what I think about Sleepwalkers in depth. This was gifted to me by a good friend, Nosferatu, the Vampire. This is the 70s remake. And this is the only one I have a nice clamshell for, which I like. It's reminiscent of the Blockbuster days. Okay. Let's do all three of these at once, right? We got the Halloween original 78 Blockbuster release. And we have the Halloween 2 release. I think this is also a Blockbuster one, but it doesn't say Blockbuster on it. And then I have Halloween 3. This is you know, this is developing something of a cult following now. But I feel like if I was going to have those Halloween on VHS, I wanted the first 3 and could take or leave the rest. Got Silence of the Lambs. Just a great movie. One of the few to win Oscars. One of the few horror movies to win Oscars, I should say. So it's important for that reason. Ghost Story. I haven't seen this one either. I found this for like $5 at a Goodwill. But I liked the cover and it looked cool, so I grabbed it. Okay. Got Demolition Man. Very fun Wesley Snipes, Sylvester Stallone movie. With a very intriguing premise. It's in the future and crime is not a thing anymore. So the cops are just kind of like, they're like just like fast food employees. They don't really do a lot. Arachnophobia, another one I haven't seen, but a lot of you guys with arachnophobia really responded to this movie, so I imagine there's some fucked up shit in there. Freddy vs. Jason. It's a good one. This is fun. I'm surprised they never made another one of these, you know, because I'm pretty sure this made a lot of money. And I would have liked to have seen a follow-up to this, but we probably never will. Lake Placid. Good crocodile, I guess, maybe, or an alligator. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you, but 90s fun. Got Hannibal. I guess I should have shown this with Silence of the Lambs, but Hannibal, good movie. Haven't seen this in a while, but I remember liking it. Rosemary's Baby. Great, great movie. Regardless of what you might think about the director, this is a masterpiece. This is Phantom of the Opera with Lon Chaney from 1925. It's an interesting watch on VHS because there's no sound. So it's a little different, but important piece of history. This is my only sealed VHS, which is a copy of E.T., which I'm sure is worth lots and lots of money. Not really. This was gifted me by a coworker who knows I like VHS, so tell your coworkers that you like things, and they might give it to you. Little pro tip there. Another M. Night Shyamalan movie, The Sixth Sense. Found this at Goodwill for like 25 cents. This and Signs, I mean, this is peak Shyamalan. In my opinion, his best movies are behind him. Don't think he's really gonna ever quite relive those glory days, but we'll see. The Changeling, one of the best ghost stories ever made. George C. Scott is phenomenal. If you haven't seen The Changeling, check it out. It's really good. RoboCop. Amazing, amazing movie. Paul Verhoeven, starring Peter Weller and Nancy Allen. And the dad from that 70s show, I don't remember his name. I found this at a Goodwill. I was like digging through stuff and found this. And when I saw the logo, I was like, oh shit. It's really fun to dig in the Goodwill through those little bins they have and find stuff. It's a very rewarding feeling. Curse of the Demon. I don't know a lot about this, to be honest, but I found this at a thrift store. Had a cool cover and a cool title, so I bought it. The Wicker Man. This is an awesome movie. Christopher Lee. You just need to watch this if you haven't. This is like so influential, so creepy, very subtle in its scares, but really leaves an impact on you. One of my favorites of all time, The Funhouse. Tobe Hooper. Really, really good movie. People don't give this enough love, in my opinion. It is very good. Let's see, we got Jeepers Creepers, another sort of art from the artist kind of movie. Some people don't like this, but I think it's very effective. One of the better. In the early 2000s, there was not a lot of, or the 2000s in general, you could even argue, there's not a lot of good horror movies. But stuff like this stands out, and I would consider it a timeless movie. Very good. Alternatively, Amityville Horror remake. Now, granted, I haven't seen this in a while, but I don't remember it being all that good. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what you think of it in the comments, but not my favorite. This, Blair Witch Project. This is a polarizing movie. A lot of people don't like this. They think it's boring. They don't like the shaky cam. I think this is the best found footage movie ever made. Bar none, full stop. Nothing even comes close. And this is one I love watching on VHS, even more than on Blu-ray or any other format, because this, by its very nature, demands to be seen on a VHS. Feels like something you shouldn't be watching. So unsettling. Blair Witch. It's a good movie. You heard it here first. House on Sorority Row. Underrated 80s slasher. I love this movie. I think it's really good. Doesn't get enough credit. Like I was saying about some other stuff in here, but it's very good. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. And then we got some box sets here to finish things off. We got the Star Wars trilogy. This is, what is this, widescreen or no? I don't even really know. But this is unedited is the big thing. The non-specialized versions. I will never get rid of these for that very reason, so that I can watch Star Wars the way it was meant to be seen. For that reason alone, worth owning. Then I've got the Alien trilogy in a really clean box set that I found at a yard sale. I found this and the Star Wars set at a yard sale together for like $2 a pop. So that was a fun day. Some of the first VHS tapes I ever bought, actually. And then this is a Buffy the Vampire Slayer VHS tape set. And it's sort of just like a greatest hits from, these look like they're all from season 2. Just like greatest hits of season 2. Looks like there's 2 episodes per tape. Buffy is the best show ever made, in my opinion. It's my favorite show of all time. So when I found out, I didn't know that there was Buffy VHS tapes. I guess it makes sense, but for some reason they eluded my knowledge for a long time. And when I found out they had these, I needed to get them. And then I have some other miscellaneous Buffy tapes. They don't have a cool little slip box like this one does, but these also have 2 episodes per tape. This looks like some season 1 stuff. I don't know how many of these they made, but I would be interested to get them all if I ever encountered them. But yeah. And that's it, guys. A lot of, I think I have a good amount of tapes. Space is limited for me, so I'm pretty selective in what I buy. Some of these I might get rid of down the road, like the Cocoon sequel. Like, I'm probably never going to watch that, but it came in a eBay bundle, so yeah, maybe one day I'll do a full Blu-ray 4K boutique label collection video. If that's something you guys might be interested in, let me know. Yeah, until then, take care and watch more movies.